and they changed, we had a one modem operation for fiber, and they put a new modem and a new router.
Oh, did they?
And he's like, you won't need those, because we have Wi-Fi extenders in the house. He's like, you have Wi-Fi extenders in here? And I said, well, yeah, we got two metal beams, right, two steel beams
Oh,
right down
middle
two
of-
sides of
mid-
the house. And he's like, oh, okay, he said, you shouldn't need those
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Router. So,
You,
I was working with my house, and after they left the house, and his mom came, he made a phone call and said she so the lab called her, she said it was fine. So I said, he's doing testing. I said, yeah, we got that, and she said, and she
here she is.
had a hard time.
Hi, Sue.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to the East Dubuque City Council meeting. It is Monday, February 5th. I ask that you please turn your cell phones off during the meeting and please be quiet during discussions. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
(24-0201) call to order.
Belkin.
Here.
Bergmeyer.
Here.
Dagenhart.
Here.
Mayor Digman.
Here.
Fleur.
Here.
Meyer. Roby.
Here.
Attorney Huss.
24-0202 staff reports. City manager report.
Thank you, Mayor. DACRA update. The DACRA system is transferring as of the 7th, so Wednesday, to Warren. The reason for that date is that's when the new citations will begin to be written to for the next hearing date. And so it'll be written for a hearing date in Warren. Our final court date then will be the 21st. And so once it goes over to Warren, we will just pay our share of the fixed costs, our share of the court, and the software costs. The administrative fee will be covered by a percentage on each citation. Since November, we have been collecting from each of the other communities their share of the fixed costs, which amounts to about $543 per community. And so they have paid, each of them has paid or will have paid for 3 months of that service while we transitioned with Warren. With the end of that, Alyssa will be resigning, and that will be effective on the 7th also. So we thank her for her work for the city of East Dubuque. We thank her for her assistance in transitioning both DACRA and Spillman. The fire station update. The fire department, as we reported last meeting, went through and opened up areas of the walls and the ceiling and the floor so that the structural engineer could get a better look at the condition of the building and make a final determination on whether it was structurally sound. The news is actually better than the news the last time the engineer went through. Everything is go. The floor on the first floor is about 6 inches of concrete. The supports are about 6-inch cast iron. The wooden members are old growth, real 2-inch beams and things. And so that building looks like it's in very good shape for the work that we're hoping for. So the process from this point, the next thing we'll do as we're able to would be to put a new roof on it so that we prevent further damage. Most of the damage to structure has to do with water damage from the leaking roof. Sale of surplus property, we listed for sale 90 Cincinnati, which was the site of it was proposed for the fire station. The duplex past the library at 339 Cincinnati, and the 4-lot parcel at 166 Cincinnati. We're going to consider offers tonight on 90 Cincinnati and 166 Cincinnati. The duplexes are also drawing interest. There are people looking at it, but it requires them to figure access. And so I think that's a little more complicated thing. It's going to take a little longer. But I think the exciting thing about the properties on Cincinnati is that we really need to fill in our main street and get some more density to the development. And so I think we've got some great proposals for that. The state inspection for water projects, Illinois EPA inspector was in town a week ago and viewed our new water tower project, as well as Beecher and DeSoto. All were completely favorable responses. And so that with that, we'll close out. Those are state-funded projects. And so from the state level, it'll be closed out and basically an acknowledgement that we've done everything that we committed to do on those projects. Another one, kind of a sad one, Dan Dahlberg will be retiring this spring. Dan served our Public Works Department for 33 years, and his special care was given to protecting our drinking water. And so he's notified us of his intent, and I really appreciate the fact that he gave us advance notice that he was going to be retiring so that we could adjust to it. And so I think if you see Dan, thank him for all the time. As I say, I'm going to miss his quiet, soft-spoken way of making a point. So related to that, Michael Bush of our Public Works team has passed his certification to become a Community Water Supply Operator C, which means he is both a C and a D. The timing of that is great because we've got time in the spring for Dan Dahlberg to pass on his knowledge to Michael, and Michael will be a legacy for the good work that Dan did here. TIF update, we had a meeting with the TIF Council last week. This is a little bit complicated, but essentially some of our TIF deficit, a significant portion of our TIF deficit, is actually due to the fact that choices were made to make expenditures out of the general fund instead of attributing the expenditures to TIF where they were proper TIF expenditures. So had they been attributed, so for instance, if you repaved a road within a TIF area, that would be a legitimate TIF expenditure. But if you don't call it a TIF expenditure when they bring it to the council for a vote, it doesn't go against the TIF. So that has added to our TIF to the issue with the TIF deficit. I want to be really clear, this has nothing to do with our cash position and the difficult position we're in with cash or the overall deficit. That is still there, but what we're going to do, and we're in the process of doing, is we'll look at items, at least from this fiscal year, that could have been attributed to the TIF, and we will bring a resolution to you to attribute those to the TIF for this fiscal year. We'll talk to the auditors about going back a fiscal year or more, but that would end up opening up audits and things like that, and could end up with potentially more expense than it's worth. We'll find out about that. But there could have been we could have a problem in the deficit with a TIF that would be significantly smaller, and we'll try to see what we can do to mitigate that situation. So folks may have questions on that one. That's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mayor's report. I want to touch base on thriving communities. When we started to address the financial issues of our city this past fall, I'd mentioned that while we were doing this, we needed to keep an eye on the future and to keep things moving forward. The ultimate goal is to make East Dubuque a thriving community. There are many components that help make a community thrive. I'm going to touch just on a couple of them this evening. One of the components of a thriving community is a high-quality education system, which we are blessed to have in East Dubuque. Another component is a healthy downtown business district. In most cases, the downtown business district is the heart of the city. Over the years, the downtowns in many American cities have experienced neglect, abuse, and abandonment. Our city is no different. It's time for our city to implement plans to revitalize, regrow, and reinvent our downtown business district. Tonight, we have the opportunity to seize this moment and begin charting a new future for the heart of our city. Thank you. Alderperson report. Belkin.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. This Saturday night, the fire department's having their fundraiser, and hopefully the people that were invited RSVP, and hope they come up and help support the fire department. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Bergmeyer?
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's an update on the Sherwood property? Anything going on with that?
Nothing to update
Okay,
on that.
okay. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Degenhart?
Yeah, I got a couple things. Sue, did you, any more report on down in the flats, some houses or property?
So on the Henkel estate, the estate's been opened and there's a closing date set, but I don't have the details on it.
And the other
Moving
thing I was
forward.
gonna bring up, and Delbert brought it up, but it's important to support the fire department. They're the heart of this town. So I hope all these people come to this benefit. It's a big thing, and I haven't missed one in years. I hope everybody else comes. They need the support. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Fluor?
With these properties that are going to be sold, is there any requirements on them? Like putting buildings on them, or are they going to?
Yeah, we'll be talking about that in the exec session.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah, there are.
That's all I had.
All right. Roby?
Yeah, just one thing. There is a smaller white car down on Cincinnati Avenue, the upper part. At one time, it was blocked up. And now it's off the blocks. It was pushed forward, but it never moved again. Is there any way? I don't know. Tony, do you guys have a problem with any plowing or anything down there?
As far as what I was told, they keep paying the tickets on it, so.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Attorney Huss?
I don't have anything to report tonight.
Chief Kabasic? Thank you. Public Works?
Yeah, just to set up the schedule of the flood task meeting for this year.
All right, duly noted. Thank you. Chief Heim?
wanted to give an update on where we're at with the fire apparatus. And Tom Lyons here, he's the head of the committee that went through the process. We received 4 bids back, and we sent out the notice today, we rejected all of them. Every one of them, or 3 of them, both rigs came back at over $1 million each. And then the other one, they came back at, I believe, 800 and 900,000 respectively. So with that being said, we made the decision to reject those bids based on that process. Now, the other thing that we got is we did find there is a demo unit that is out there. They brought it into town yesterday. We did drive it, we looked at it, we did everything with it. It's from HME Aaron's Fox, and it is sold by Dingus Fire Company in Amboy, Illinois. So in looking at it, going through it, the committee and other members of the fire department were impressed with it. It's not everything that we want, but there is items that we can get on it to update it to some of the stuff that we needed and would like on there to better equip it. So with that being said, the first apparatus that we want, or that we could use, is the one from HME Dingus, and we can have it in 90 days for $652,870.
That's a long way from $1 million, ain't it?
Yes. So, that's where we're at with that thing. There's gonna be some things like lettering and that, we're still in the process of getting prices on. We'd have to change out the radios, and things like that. And then what we would do is, with that approval, we would start working on the other fire apparatus, and it would be with HME also. It would only make sense to stay with them since the cab configuration is, and all that is the same. And they're in the consortium, we are in the consortium, so it gives us that ability to do that. So if anybody's got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them, but
How much is gonna,
$400,000 change.
do we have any idea what it's gonna cost to make the transition, the radios and all of this?
I don't think the radio install will be a lot. I don't know.
But
what
the-
that-
the
I don't
other
know what
things
that
in-
amount will be. This all came about yesterday with this rig. We knew that we were bringing the rig up 2 weeks ago, yesterday, and then they worked out the price on the rig today for us. So, but the install, I would think, would only, I don't think would be more than $1,000. It would be remove a radio from one of the existing ones and putting it in the current one, or in this one if we were to get it. And then, what we would do is I would ask the permission to put one of the ones down here for sale, and we can list them on fire apparatus websites, and we've been very lucky on them when we've done them and gotten a decent amount of money for them.
Any questions for Chief?
So we don't really have an answer today on just what the financing package is going to look like. We do have the potential, they did a lot of work getting some state financing, which hopefully we can apply to this. And then we'll have to, it'll have to be financed. But this is something that passed, the voters approved. So I think that given where we're at, the department did a great job of finding something that was within our means.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
So does this need to be on the agenda next go around, or how are we doing this?
Yeah.
You have to bring up with that on the next meeting.
So we'll have it on the agenda, so we'll let them know that'll be on the next council meeting agenda.
19th, I believe it is.
Joe, are you ordering the one apparatus that you said you need for the 600,000? Are you ordering that at the same time?
This one would be the one for 600,000. The other one, we would go through the process with them and get a pricing on that. The nice thing that this would also do is it would split up the years, whereas we wouldn't have two of them come due in the exact same years.
Is that a 2024?
Yes. Yes, it'll be 2024.
And the other one, the lag time on getting them is,
The lag time on the other one right now with HME from the date of order would be on the other one would be approximately 400 days.
We're looking at a year plus.
This one, because this one, they have rigs going down the line, so we could take one of those, and that's why it'd be 90 days out.
Thank you.
Nice show.
Twenty-four 0203 speakers from the floor. We have none noted. 24 0204 consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Roll call.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart. Fleur.
Aye.
Meyer. Roby.
Aye.
Twenty-four 0205 discussion and possible action to approve CFPS invoice number 2, final for the lead service line application and bidding services in the city of East Dubuque. You want to discuss what the
are there questions on it?
Just for 10,000.
So that's the 10,000 of the 14,000, Bob, is that right?
Yes, it's 10.
So it's 14,500 complete. This would be the 10,875.
Yeah, yep,
14,000.
we already paid the 3625.
Okay.
This is just the remaining balance on that.
Still moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
24 0206 executive session for personnel matters and real estate.
Make a motion, we go into executive session.
Seconded.
Roll call.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye. No. I go ahead, then Tim's next, and then he's next. It's easier if I just wait.
Make sure I can get your end far enough. I'm still cold. I freeze all the time. The ones that plug into the wall? Oh.
Solar. Like this big, I bought two. You put them on the dash, your car, when your car's covered with snow. I put it on my deck.
Did you see those ones out now? You put them on the driveway?
Yeah.
And you let the snow?
Yeah.
I'm buying some of those things if that
Well, you
helps.
guys should even.
Yeah.
It's gotten kind of difficult sometimes.
Oh, let me tell you, when you get 24
Well,
hours.
you start sliding back and you can't stop and somebody's coming down the hill or something.
That's why I keep the bottom pretty well salted, the concrete.
God forbid, slide down and roll into Cal's fence or something.
Oh, wouldn't that break my heart?
Yeah, I know.
Twenty-four 0207, discussion and possible action on matters discussed in executive session. I need a motion to approve the intent to sell, subject to publication, 166 Cincinnawa to Johnny O Properties LLC for $63,000.
Second.
Roll call.
Roby,
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart. Fleur.
Aye.
All right. John, do you want to come forward and?
I was more nervous about making sure I talk into the microphone because I watch at home and half the time I can't hear what they're saying. So, yeah. So everyone had my proposal. I mean, basically, when I get the property, I put 9,000 square foot building in there. If I can fit that, I didn't actually measure out the property, but based on 10,000 square feet, I think I can fit a 9,000 square foot building in there. It's going to be a venue, and when I say that, it's going to be live music venue, comedy, whatever I can fit in there. The main part of it, as I put in my proposal, 5,000 square feet is going to be dedicated to open area for shows, for concerts, or however you want to put it. But and then, because that's what I do for a living, I book music, and I've always wanted my own place. I've tried to buy a couple different places down here unsuccessfully. So when this property came up, I thought it'd be perfect, and I can just build it to how I want it to be laid out, which is ideal. My timeline is as soon as we close, the drawing will probably be done up even before we close because it sounds like it's a done deal. So that drawing will start tomorrow. I already spoke to my attorney. The second you guys are ready, he can be ready. So I want to move quickly, and especially with knowing everything about construction, everything gets delayed. So I want to hit the ground running. I would love to be up and running by October. And the way I'm going to build the building, it's a very good possibility. So, I guess also in the proposal I put about even the parking. If parking becomes an issue, I'm going to get some kind of trolley or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to bus people from wherever they have to park down to the venue, to be named later. But I'm excited about it. I've been wanting to do it for several years. I had plenty of opportunities to buy places in Dubuque and do it over there, but my mother-in-law owns Mulgrews. They're entrenched in this community forever, and I didn't want to spend my money elsewhere. I'd rather bring it here. So I'm glad you approved it. I appreciate everybody approving it, and if you got any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them right now.
Any questions for John?
None here.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Trust me. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So,
So are we.
We're just saying it.
So are we.
yeah, all right. Thank you.
All right, moving on. I need a motion to approve the intent to sell, subject to publication, 90 Cincinnati Avenue to Mike Meyer for $125,000.
So move.
Second.
Roll call?
Belkin,
Aye.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Roby.
All right, Mike?
Got 3 minutes, Mike.
Most of the time, I'm up here way longer than that. Thank you guys for giving us the opportunity. One of the things we've thought that East Dubuque needs is event centers. Like Bittersweet for my whole life was the place, and then the Taste, and really there just hasn't been a place like those places. So our venue we should be able to put 500 people in our venue. It's a big lot. We're going to save a little bit of it for parking. It should be laid out really nice. There'll be an outdoor beer garden area along with the event center. So, we'll do a lot of events, and there's a lot of need for that in the community. It's just things like Lions Club auctions, Booster Club auctions. They're always leaving town, and all those sales tax dollars are going other places. So we obviously I've invested in this community for a long time, and I'm super happy you guys let me continue on.
Any questions for Mike?
Yeah, Mike, I'm happy that you're gonna do this. And all these blocks sitting on this main street, all these years, we try to get people over here. And now you're gonna turn this around and make this town the way it used to be. Thank you.
I hope so. Thank you guys.
I'd like to thank both of you, Mike and John. I mean, thank you for investing in our community. I mean, I think it takes forward-thinking people to keep things moving forward. So look forward to seeing the future, what holds for us.
All right. Thanks, guys.
(24-0208). Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Bergmeyer.
Aye.
Dagenhart.
Aye.
Fleur.
Aye.
Roby.
Aye.
Belkin.
Aye.
All right. We are adjourned.